just a quick one. I weren't going to do this, but I am going to do this. Welcome back. We've finished our tour. Mine's in for a service, and apparently I've got to have my valves adjusted, so they're being done. But yes, look at this. The eagle-eyed among you, this is not a GS. No, 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 no. This is the new BMW 1300 RT. And I thought I might as well take it out and have a little test ride, something different, while mine's being done. And I thought, I'm not going to like it. It's completely different. I like my adventure bikes. I ain't going to like it. I like it. It's very nice. This has got the low seat on it, but it's in the high position. It's quite firm. But they've definitely done some trickery with this new 1300 engine and their suspension. It's a very plush place to be. I am looking for a second bike, or maybe even a new bike. I had hoped to take out the new GS Adventure today, but they haven't got one that I can actually reach the floor on, i.e. the one with the height assist. I've just got to wait for the Wally in the wrong lane. So I have to sort of arrange that at another dealership. So we'll see how that goes. But I am going to get some figures on both bikes and make a decision over the next few weeks in what we want to do, whether we want to get this as a second bike, keep the GSA, or trade in the GSA and get the new GSA. Again, I'd need to take the bike out to find out what I want to do. Get rid of that knobhead. So yeah, this is it. She's a triple black, very comfortable. I believe this one's got the radio. I personally wouldn't have that option. I'd never use it. Apparently it's very good, but also £1,000 option or something. The way the suspension works on this is very good. It's got road and dynamic pro, exactly the same as the GS, but the road in this isn't as wallowy as it is in the GS when you put weight on, and I think that's something they've addressed anyway with the new systems on the bike. And this is why I'm quite eager to take out the new GSA. I believe they've got offers on at the minute on their packages with the new GSA, so I need to talk to them about that. If that doesn't add up, we've got other options that we can look at. But yeah, I didn't want to like this bike, but we do. It's hard not to like it. It's a brand new BMW. It's very comfortable. It's very plush. It does what it says on the tin. Got loads of wind protection. For some reason it feels a lot heavier. It's about the same as the GS really. There's not much in it. But like all bikes, heavy bikes, when you get on them the weight goes away. But with this I find it heavier to move around than my GS, and whether that's just because it's new, I'm not used to moving it around, and the fact that I've got a £2,500 access on this bike because I wanted to put the missus on the back. If it was just me, 250 quid access if I drop it or stack it, but because it's me and the missus, you have to change the insurance, and then that's £2,500. But hey ho, you have to do these things to test ride bikes. So yeah, unfortunately Wollaston does not have the one with the ASA, which is what I'd need. Apparently there's two versions of the ASA. There's a lower bike that has ASA, which means someone like me can get on it because I've only got very short legs. I sure as hell wouldn't fit on a standard GS. It's too high. I'm talking right up on tiptoes, and when you're on a camber the bike's just going to spend all its time on the floor. It's not worth it. So yeah, you've got a massive screen in front of you on this, and you've got a massive TFT. I've got it split at the minute. I've got my map on one side, all the other instruments on the other, or you can have it all map or all instrument. So yeah, that's a good feature, and surprised really why they haven't put something like this on the new GS. Who knows, maybe they will one day. But yeah, so we're going to go back and we're going to throw over some figures and know where we stand to decide what we want to do. Pros and cons, two bikes, two different riding scenarios. This is completely different to riding the GS. But then on top of that, you've got 2 lots of assurance, 2 lots of services, 2 lots of tyres, 2 lots of tracker bill, and it goes on. Although services and wear and tear will be split between the 2 bikes, because you're probably riding both of them 50-50. But everything else is doubled, so I've got to think about that. If I take this bike on, I would probably take it on their PCP. It just works for us, which means us going back into a sort of a debt, if you like, which at the moment we're debt free. But and then we could, if we go down the new GSA route, I'd chop the one I've got in and pay cash for the rest of it. But we need to go back and talk figures, and I really need to get out on the new GSA before I make any decisions of whether I want to change the bike at all or get a second bike. But we've enjoyed being out on this. Been out for we had an hour ride out, we've got an hour ride back, and yeah, it's a comfortable bike. Apparently this has got the low seat on at the moment in a high position, and what they do with low seats is take all the comfortable spongy stuff out. I'm not finding it very uncomfortable after an hour, but I reckon after a couple of hours I'd want a more comfortable seat, so the standard comfy seat for me would be a better option. Obviously you're in a more sportier position on this, in it not uncomfortable in any way. I've already discussed with the missus that I'd probably put some 20mm risers on this, and that would probably be a lot better for me. Leg riding position, yeah, it's a little bit more sporty than the GS obviously, but not uncomfortable. But what, I've not ridden anything other than my GS and adventure bikes for the last 10 years. So obviously when I go to put my feet down on this, the ground's a lot further away than it is when I go to put my feet down on the adventure, because the pegs are a lot lower. So I've got to get used to that on this. But it's definitely it's definitely a lovely bike, and if you're in the mood for this sort of bike, I say take it out, because what they've done with this engine and gearbox is BMW's wizardry. The shifter on this seems to be better than on my 1200, although my 1200 is not bad compared to some. For some reason on this, the quick shift 1 through to 6 is fine in road. I have had it in dynamic, and for some reason from 4th to 5th is very clunky. But this bike has very little mileage on it. It's the only one they've got in. It's brand new. The clutch is a little bit too far out for me. That needs adjusting. So yeah, here she is, 1300 RT in triple black. Yeah, the thought about the passenger on this bike, not only got a heated seat, you've got heated hand grips and a heated back pad if you buy the back box option. I mean, other than risers and a bit of engine protection if this was to drop, maybe a crash bung or something, I wouldn't do anything else to this bike if I bought it. I don't feel the need to. Filtering's a lot easier on this than it is on the GSA, even though the boxes are on, they do expand. So they're quite narrow, which is quite good. So yeah, I mean, I'm no expert in reviewing bikes, and this is by no means a review. It's just my opinion of this bike that I've borrowed. Well, mine's being serviced, and it's completely different from what I've rode. And yeah, very nice, very nice. The engine's 1300 engine, boxer engine. I was sceptical. Sounds a bit weird. I was sceptical about it, but I don't know what they've done. What have they done? It's 50cc. I mean, mine's been remapped, but it's still a 1250. There's 1300. What have they done to it? Absolutely geniuses, aren't they? Let's face it. So yeah, we've got a bit to think about and discuss, and we're going to have to throw some figures around and speak to the nice salesman and see what's what on what, and then go from there. Still got to get used to this clutch. Yeah, anyway, that's it. Just a quick one. Tell you what we're doing today and show you what we're on. I'll put a picture up of her. No doubt we'll make a decision at some point and you'll all be involved. Bye for now. I'm not sure I'd even want the automatic. Whoa, 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 whoa! Ah!